Hello everyone, I'm Ikwele Kalista Chidime, certified medical practitioner, and I'm here to explain some unaddressed questions of infertility, about to blow our minds and about to give some answers to the stubborn questions who have nobody to ask, or who've been asking but we've not gotten some certified answers to it. I hope those help as well. Alright, so we'll go on addressing questions of infertility. There are several questions here. So infertility is often burdened in silence and misunderstanding. Okay, that has actually caused a lot of misunderstanding and silence in family. Has brought on unanswered questions, that has brought a lot of lack support. Okay, here are some unaddressed questions about infertility, both in men and women. So firstly, under the emotions of women, there are several questions of how do I cope with the emotional ups and downs of infertility and treatments. Possibly the one results with the hormonal imbalance, or those which we actually encounter during the therapy we take with some of the drugs. Okay, so those emotional ups and downs are very big burdens. They are infertility questions. So now I know that it has actually caused a lot of issues for us. It has actually helped us. It actually brings so much misunderstanding between ourselves and our spouse, ourselves and our doctors or medical practitioner, without actually knowing how to ask your questions or get your answers directly. The emotional burdens of infertility is mixed with fluctuations in hope, despair, anger, and grief. There are so many needs for more open discussions of these infertility issues, or discussions as well. Okay, there are complex issues with emotion. Basically, the one associated with our environment, the one associated with people we have around us, those people who look at us that because we cannot actually conceive as when they are expected, which is not supposed to be their problem. Possibly directly coming from mother-in-laws, father-in-laws, brothers, or your direct younger ones or elder ones. Those emotions that you get attached to, or those emotions you get attached to because of the treatment associated, disturbance and the hormones level and the rest of it, those challenges there, that actually is also associated to the process of healing. But all the same, you're seeing it as a burden. But now I'm trying to explain to you that you just have to feel so focused. You have to get yourself off from distractions and get yourself so acquainted with your doctor. Also ask your questions. Always directly keep to the do's and don'ts. Always make sure that your mindset is so balanced. You zero your mind to the merest minimum so that you will be very, very okay. So that you will swim in that healing process and get the answers you want. Just remove your mind from distraction and leave the environment, leave those negative people around you that bring those negative energies to you, so that your hormones will always be balanced. Find a way to put yourself in a picture where you'll be around things that make you happy. In getting those factors done, you see yourself healing and getting so much balance. Mind you, for your healing process, you have to be so much emotionally balanced for you to get your healing process and get addressed issues in your system. You'll be much more happy overall. Okay, amongst these questions which you have treated the emotional roller coaster around it, concerning the women, though the men has their own as well. Another question there is, how do I handle the pressures of having children when the struggles of conceiving among the society puts intense pressures on me? Okay, concerning that, how do I handle it? It's so much, the question that comes is so much associated to making sure you balance yourself, make sure you're happy. Go out there, get the clothes you want to wear that makes you fit in and make you look very, very nice. Believe so much in yourself. Be happy for yourself. Make sure you know that as far as medical conditions and medical aspects are concerned, know very well that your answers, the questions to your answers, those questions you have over your healing processes is well done. It's 100% healing. It's only 100% coming forth. So have it in mind that you have to believe in yourself, that you've already started the journey and it will come out with excellence. Your healing process, your conception will come forth. So that is another answer to that very struggling and the pressures of having children, combining it with the pains you had around the people around you. Just knowing you that it's just a matter of little time and every other thing will set in. You have your 9 months pregnancy and you have your children around you. Okay, so the third question is beyond the physical. How does infertility affect my self-esteem and identity? Okay, yes, it happens. Somehow, psychologically, you see yourself seeing that you cannot actually fit in where people are around. It's your mindset. You see yourself that you cannot actually be around people. You can actually maybe attend meetings or come to conferences because the people coming there have their children. Mind you, is your mindset. Is what you set your minds in. Is the things that actually bothers you. If you actually don't see that any woman who comes around where you are has children, or they come with their children, if you set your mind, after all, nobody goes around with children. Children are kept in their care homes and schools and the rest of it. So seeing that people are carrying their children and reminds you that you've not had is something you have to come out from. It's another world that can actually bring somebody negative energy. So you have to come out from there. So your self-esteem shouldn't have anything to do with it. Be bold enough to know that you are a unique creature. Be bold enough to know that you're a unique person, and every blood and fluid that flows in everybody's system is complete in your system. It's just a matter of mindset, and every other thing will be regulated, and everything you need will come back. All right. So the third one is infertility. Okay, infertility can actually bring forth a lot of issues. It can bring forth a lot of misunderstanding between one's couple or the family. And I'm still saying the same, that there needs to be more support in addressing those feelings. If you're having feelings that your mother-in-law could not be happy with you, or the people around you could not be happy, you're still happy. So the question is similar. So just know very well that just be best in whatever you're doing. If you actually seamstress, you're actually a medical practitioner, or have accountant, whatever profession that is so good that you're doing, whatever you see yourself, a skilled worker, just make sure you are good at what you're doing. Your productivity is what matters. So don't attach it to the personal issues you have. So you just remind yourself that you are good, and you're good in every other thing. This very little one that is around is a personal thing that shouldn't be a burden between, shouldn't be something that will be affecting whatever you're doing, or bringing on address feelings of what the neighbors might be thinking, or what who Mr. A to Z might be thinking. Believe in yourself, then streamline things you're doing, and make sure your productivity is much more higher than what you think that people around you are thinking. Okay, how can I balance between personal goals and desires of a family? Okay, the personal goals, and it has to be associated, this question has to go alongside with this very answer I give. Be 100% better than what you've seen yourself doing. Make sure you give answers. The answers you're giving to whatever family imbalance issues that we're having, the personal goals and desires, make sure it doesn't cling at all. Make sure that your goals is so much you're focused in your goals. Make sure that your personal desires of the family is actually kept behind and met as well, because those are the things that make the journey of life smooth. Just make sure that your goal in life and your desires go straight forward and being given a support on its own. Concerning the family, you work it out as well. It's just a matter of dividing the time, balancing it as it's supposed to. Know if you have a counsel time with your counselor, a physician, make sure you maintain it. That of the family, make sure you maintain it. The time you're supposed to be with your spouse and discuss certain issues, make yourself happy, eat well, pace your minds well with whatever you have in life to achieve. Is it your business? Is it whatever goals at all? Just make sure you actually balance all this. And mind you, it can actually be frustrating if you don't actually be careful with what infertility can actually result to you without you knowing. Okay, in this balancing issues of goals you have and the desires for your family, okay, infertility can force more women to reevaluate their life priorities and make difficult choices. Okay, but in all this, I understand that it's not that easy, but all the same, you have to focus. For someone to be productive, for someone to achieve a lot in life, for someone to actually balance out in anything at all you are doing, you have to place your mind at the positive aspect of it. If you actually bring forth negativity to it, it will not come forth. Put positive vibes to whatever. Put positive energy. Know where to grab it. You understand? Put positive energy. So as far as you can actually be breathing, you've been given opportunity by God to live a unique life in this life. Know it that you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. And mind you can do it even in this infertility issues. You can do much more better. Just put your mind straight. Know that God who have blessed others is in here to bless you. It's your time. Focus your mind so much so that those difficult choices that we've made so much that is affecting us will be withdrawn, and it will be erased to the chapters of our life, and we'll move forward. Okay, the question again is the partner factor. How do I talk to my partner about infertility? Okay, it shouldn't be an easy thing. It shouldn't be a difficult thing. I know it's not an easy thing for other people. For some people at all, depending on how the marriage has been or how they begin their relationship. But all the same. That's why open-mindedness is needed in this very time, in this very situation. In being open-minded, just be open to discuss anything your heart feels to discuss, things you know that can help you. The truth is needed. The truth, it's needed, especially for the journey or the situation we are working out, the factors we are putting up to actually work out. As I said in the onset, I say you must learn to zero your mind. You must learn to make sure you look beautiful. You must learn to give yourself the positive energy. You must say, Chidi, you're doing so well. Chidi, you're beautiful. You are so balanced. You're a unique creature. You have to praise yourself. You have to balance your mind. You have to equally create that very avenue for your partner. You have to give your partner those praises as well. Create an environment that is suiting, that is happy for you people. Get your house so neat. Avoid anything that you behold that will throw you off balance. Always make sure that your environment you are is secure and clean. Do you understand? Make sure that your office is always in set. If you know things you need to change to beautify it, beautify it. That's a way to actually clear this depression that is associated in marriage, in relationship, and when having fertility encounters. Do you understand? So open and being honest, bringing open and honest communication is another crucial thing, but it can equally help in challenging and by being able to navigate these challenges of infertility. So please, let's help ourselves and be open. Always try to communicate. Even when a man feels not to actually talk, so that you not make mistake that he has done abortion, he has done this. Even if you have done that and there are need for you to actually share it off. Share it off. What you needed to do is to ask God for forgiveness. You're not meant to pay for anything. He has paid a lot in the cross of Calvary. What you needed to do is to pray. When you pray together, hold hands together and decide what you are. Ask God forgiveness upon the head of your wife, upon the head of your husband. And then you move on. It's over. That's what you needed. Be humble enough to say that you've done certain things in the past and you think your conscience is giving you this clue that it might not work well with the treatment you're doing. It's actually consequences of my evil and the rest of it. Please, we are off from that. What you needed to do, ask God for forgiveness of sin and then be open-minded not to go back to that, and then put your heart straight and focus in what we're doing. Open up channels, discuss a lot of things, help ourselves to balance up our hormones by discussing. Forget this is over. God will forgive us in Jesus' name. So with that, you see yourself, you keep going, you see yourself being positive. How can I be able to support when we cannot be able to share? Well, how can you support each other? Even that emotional trauma that this journey must have brought into our relationship. Bring the person, hug the person, hug whomever that is having the challenge. Make hugging a priority in your home. Make hugging, it goes a long way to heal. Hug your husband and make him understand that you accept whatever it is. Hug your wife and make him understand that the challenges you're passing through, we are into it together and we're going to come out positive. Positivity begets positivity and negativity begets negativity. Mind you that you have to do these things together to navigate the issues and challenges of infertility. Together we require to stand together in ourselves and support ourselves. Show this empathy and shared support so that it will help the factors being brought out by your physicians to balance the answers we are about to get, so that conception will be so easy for us. For the men, we have the silent struggles as well. Under the silent struggle, there are a lot of things we are actually expected. Why this is actually not actually so much better for anybody at all. The silent aspect of it, men don't easily pour out, but as I said, we have to give ourselves support. Those silent moves. Every woman should use the powers of the woman to break it up, break the silence, communicate. Watch movies that enhances your laughter, that enhances your happiness hormone, that make everything balanced and detoxify your system completely. Do not allow the silence at all in your husband's life to bring it down, because he is the predisposing factor. The sperm will go a long way to give us the answers we need. So we need the predisposing factor to get what we need. So mind you, under these questions of silence, this is time for you to put up your factor, put up your garment, put up your support system, whatever factor you have to put to activate happiness in your home. Let forgiveness lead, and let's find a way to help ourselves. All right, so another way is, how do I identify that I'm having issues of fertility? In any way, so far we've already tried conceiving after regular unprotected sex, and yet conception is not coming forth. It had already stated to us that we might be having some issues, and mind you, it could not be that much. It could only be associated to an acidic state of infection or whatever. And once it's treated and you see yourself, you conceive. Most times it's not a difficult one. Most times it's not about hormonal imbalance. Most times it's not blocked fallopian tube. It's not cervical issue. It's not PID. It's not ovarian syndrome. You understand? Polycystic ovarian syndrome, it might not be that. It might not be associated to morphology of a man, the distribution of the sperm to the ovary. It might not actually be that. It might just be a simple thing. Sometimes the hormonal imbalance associated to prolactin increase in the breast. It could be anything, but it might not be that difficult. It might not be that serious that it has lasted for several years because you've not been able to get yourself tested so that you identify if you're having those infertility issues directly and getting the answers. Okay, the struggle is, how can I manage the emotional impact of infertility? You can manage it as a man, leading to depression, anxiety, and feeling so isolated. You can manage it by saying to yourself that you're a unique creature. You can manage it by putting much effort to clear whatever it is that has been said to you by any other person. You can manage it by opening up to going to swim, going to several places, and removing depression. Beautify yourself, giving yourself a very good identity. Wear good clothes, wear good hair, dress up very well, and smile together and pray for each other, and always motivate your spouse. Tell him that he can do much more than what he has been passing through or what he's feeling or showing. Okay, as we go on, there are other questions that have arisen. Okay, so how can I find ways to connect and be there for my partner emotionally? Try to actually come closer. Try everything possible to listen to the heart. Try to know if you can hear him speak through his heart. Try to come close to him. Try to know things you can actually do for him. Try to know what you can actually do for your wife. Spice your relationship. Go to cinemas together, buy things together, buy gifts for each other, exchange gifts. Do you understand? Even if it's the woman that have the money, exchange gift. If you can pay money into the account of the man to support at the moment, you can actually pay into your wife's account to support. Put it as a game that you have to be the one to cook today. You have to be the one to pay for the cinema. You have to, share things together, share ideas, support yourself, believe in yourself. I often say you must believe that you can do much things. You can be much better than what your spouse have found you. Where he or she has met each other, where you guys have met each other, you can actually be a support system at every given moment for each other. Let your spouse know you from in and out. Understand certain things, understand the factors that have worked, those things you have studied so far online that are positive, or some things that you have read from books, from medical practitioners that has helped. Share it together. Know how to actually support yourself. Infertility can strain relationship, making it essential for the couples to find ways to stay connected and support each other. It's so a little bit difficult if you don't understand your state, but understanding that you have the same dream at this point. You have the same goal and aspiration because you've loved each other. You want a support system that will work. You want factors that will work. You want ideas that will work. And in all, where we are getting ourselves, the meeting point is that fertility and our children that we are having in our hands, in the tables where we are, in our offices where we can take them, in the schools where we can take them, in parties where we can take them. All those things is resulting to the ability to support ourselves, share certain things and certain ideas, help each other, and those strains we are having and misunderstandings will go. Okay, unanswered questions in general are the cost factor. Yes, the financial burdens of infertility and the treatments can be overwhelming. There needs to be greater access to affordable treatments, affordable treatments, affordable counseling sections, and the rest of it. Yes, there are need. There are people who are there to help. There are affordable ways to actually go about infertility and get the fertility state you want. Okay, there are several people. The several people we are there as well. That is affordable, that will help you get to the answers you want and answers quickly and put that smile you wish for. Okay, access to support. Okay, there are several links around. There are links we equally have. The WhatsApp also that is there that can actually help you start up questions and get desired answers you want, and at the same time get to meet with that thing you want, the treatment you want, and then with the timing you get what you want. Ovulation monitoring can actually be a general question. How can I do it? I'm not close, I'm not this, that. How do I get? There are several things you need to do. How to place yourself. You can actually do it at home. There are natural ways you can actually track your ovulation and get it. We are there to help you and make it easy for you, and the answers will be so clear and so fat, so massive that you'll be very happy at last. Okay, another one is the social stigma that infertility brings forth. The isolation states. These are unanswered general questions. It's 3 that I've pinpointed. Okay, the stigma is there, but it's what you identify as stigma, that people bring. This is when you notice people that certain things comes to you. For me, and the answers I give to those stigma is that you have to always avoid any things that bring you negative. I know there's several cultures, especially from our side, that when they expect you to take in first year, second year, third year is not forthcoming. Mind you, no matter what, is the woman's problem. Because you came into the family, nobody knows how you're doing. So it has already been understood in certain culture that when infertility is going on for several years, that is associated with the woman. Obviously, she's the only one who has the womb to do abortion. She must have aborted her kids and the rest of it. Those stigma it can bring, believe me, zero your mind. Your ability to be productive is what matters. When you move around, people cannot come close to you to talk anything. Why? The process of the healing is already going on. And in a little while, you surprise everybody. You don't actually need to surprise them. You're actually bringing forth happiness into your home. You're actually bringing happiness to the face of your husband, the face and the heart of yourself. Standardizing your goals, making it so fat. Making sure that you are happy in everything you do, which the stigma needs to actually be buried somewhere and forgotten. Nobody should identify where it's being buried. Those emotional trauma the stigma bring, just clear it. Be productive in everything. Shine out. Look good. Make sure that you look much more better than what people can actually look identify in anything that they will say. This woman is just looking like those people. She's a barren woman. No, may dress well and look so beautiful. And barrenness will never be remembered, because the healing process is about 1 month or 2 months, and you get the answers you want. Okay, so in addressing those issues or those conversations that might come by people, you hear them, they bring rumors to you, they bring gossips to you. Please, even the people who are giving you those gossip, please avoid them. Our interest here is to balance your system and make sure that our factors to all those things work out. Okay, addressing these unanswered questions is crucial for creating a more supportive and compassionate environment for these struggles, which is infertility, the breaking down, and the rest of it. We are always there to encourage you, to support you morally and otherwise, to open resources and encouraging pathways that will help you to understand the state is a common one and not a big deal that should be bringing forth depression that will equally result to a lot of issues, either bringing misunderstanding that will lead to unsupportive couples, or treatment that will not be so perfect, that you do a recurrence of you'll be having recurrence of issues, and then getting the answers will not come forth so easily. So when you balance your mind and avoid so many things, we are there to actually guide you more. We are there to give you the support system and the challenge, the journey, the challenge is bringing, the challenge that is coming forth through this journey. We are there to actually make it lesser for you and bring forth the smile so quick to you. We are there just sit down, listen to every topic we've treated so far. Naturally, ask your questions, we'll give you the answers you need. So we are there to face whatever you're facing alongside with you, smile alongside with you, dance alongside with you, and give you the positive answers you need. Thank you as you sit and watch us. Thank you.